Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Bio Maryland booth at Bio International Convention 2012 in Boston. Jane Shaab, Executive Director of the University of Maryland BioPark. Let's find out. First of all, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to speak with you this afternoon.
Good to have you. Tell me about the University of Maryland BioPark.
I'm happy to do so. The University of Maryland BioPark is true to the model of university research parks. It's a project that was launched 8 years ago by the University of Maryland in Baltimore City. We are an academic medical center comprised of 8 professional schools, very much driven by a successful school of medicine. We're ranked among the top 10 academic medical centers in the country, and we do about $660 million in sponsored research. That is the element of our university that really drove us to establish a university research park. So true to the model, successful universities pull together a little bit of real estate, but the purpose of the real estate is to bring critical partners, commercial partners, close to the university for the purpose of investing in our technologies, collaborating with our investigators, performing their clinical trials on our campus, and developing new ideas, new concepts, and new technologies as they work jointly and learn more about the activities at the university.
Now, so let me have the business perspective. Why does a business come to Maryland, and why do they locate in the Maryland BioPark?
Really, the businesses are seeking the top of the line, the top professional scientific talent that they are able to associate with and craft really strong partnerships with. So the talent on our university campus is the draw. And the reason we will be successful and have been in the first few years of launching such a project is that we constantly, with our deans of our schools, our president, have our eye on the ball as to who's the top talent, where are they in the world, and how do we get the resources together to recruit that talent to our University of Maryland.
One thing I've learned from being in the booth is how each level cooperates. I see the governor, I see the county, I see the mayor, I see the politicians throughout, I see the money guys, I see the university. The president of the university spoke to me today. Wow. You know, you have the academics on one side, you got the professionals, you got the money, you got the governor. Oh, you got it together here in Maryland.
Maryland has some terrifically unique advantages. We are a small state. It's very easy to get around. It's very easy to craft relationships. We have, of course, as you know, the headquarters of the National Institutes of Health. That's one of 51 federal laboratories located just in our pocket. So that opens doors for relationship building. You have strong universities, our sister Johns Hopkins University, and a cluster of others. You've got a lot of startup companies that over 20 years ago came out of NIH, came out of Walter Reed, came out of some of these federal laboratories, began to cluster around Washington, D.C., and then realized that the universities were just as rich a set of resources. So what you've got now going on in Maryland is a second wave dynamic of universities stepping out of their academic armor, should we say, stepping into the marketplace, opening the doors. Maryland has, I feel very not safe, but just honest in saying that Maryland has universally an open door policy. If we have a guest or we have an investor and we want to see Governor O'Malley, there's no question that that guest will be welcome at the governor's level. The same for the mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Rawlings-Blake. The same for the people who run NEA, one of the country's most successful venture capital firms headquartered in Maryland. The same for a researcher who's just arrived from Japan, new to our faculty, but you want to bring an investor over or a partner over. There's a culture here that says we all work together. There's a culture here that really says by working together, we all really can learn a lot more. Yeah.
What brought Jane Shaab to Maryland?
Oh, my mother and father. No, I'm a life-term Baltimore City resident, raised 3 daughters in Baltimore City. The function of running a university research park, our project is in a very poor part of Baltimore City, very challenged economically, part of the city that really the university had, to a degree, geographically and physically turned their back on as they developed 71 acres of land. 8 years ago, that all changed. This project has, again, been an open door project to welcoming community. Community is our partner, and it's personally just a pleasure to work in a great city and be able to introduce this whole concept.
What's your background?
I'm a businesswoman.
That's it. You don't have to be more than that.
I am.
You got it. What is your website?
Please visit us, www.umbiopark.com.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you. Thanks.
Jane Shaab,
Thanks.
Executive Director of the University of Maryland BioPark. We are at Bio Maryland's booth in the Bio International Convention 2002 Boston. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming
Shirley.
out.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
My pleasure.